Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world would be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garrer's sun. Oh, I bought a mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse! Now, nurse, what news? Me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, well a day, he's dead! He's dead, he's dead! We are undone, lady, we are undone! Alas the day, he's gone, he's dead, he's killed!
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, who would have thought it? Romeo, Romeo!
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou, but I, and that fair vowel, I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of a cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an eye. Or those eyes shut that makes the answer I. If he be slain, say I, if not, no. Brief sounds the term of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound, I saw it with mine eye. A piteous corpse, a bloody piteous corpse, pale, pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I swore it at the sight.
Break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Oh, Tybalt! Tybalt! The best friend I ever had! Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I shall live to see thee dead!
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered, and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin, and my dear lord. Then, dreadful trumpet, sound the general doom. Who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. He who killed him, Romeo, is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas, the day it did.
Serpent heart hid with a flowering face.
There is no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Shackled to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. What a beast was I that chid at him?
You will speak well of he who killed your cousin.
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my husband? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead, that would have killed my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore I weep then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That one word, banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough, it had ended there. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word's death. No words cannot flow sound. Where is my father, my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears? Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry, for Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse, to my wedding bed. Death, not Romeo, take my maidenhead.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Go out to him. He is hid in Friar Lawrence's cell.
Find him. Bring to my true knight. Bid him come to take his last farewell.
affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
What news? What is the prince's doom?
I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Thus from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, the world is broad.
There is no world outside of Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence, banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banishment is death mistermed. Calling death banishment? Thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Deadly sin, a rude unthankfulness. Thy fault, our law calls death. But the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that word death to exile. This is dear mercy.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, where every cat, dog, little mouse, every unworthy thing may look on her. But Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but from this I must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And yet, sayest exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death? Thou never so mean. O friar, how hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, sin absolver, my very friend professed to mangle me with that word banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, tilled, murdered, doting like me, and like me, banished, then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou tear thy hair out and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Romeo, hide thyself. Hark, how they knock! Who's there? Romeo, arise. Thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Stand up. Stop.
No, no.
By and by. God's will. What simpleness is this? I come. I come. Who knocks so hard? What's your will? Whence come you?
Let me in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the grounds, with his own tears made drunk.
He is even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament. Even so lies she, weeping and blubbering, blubbering and weeping. Stand up, stand and be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Nurse,
Ah, sir, death is the end of all.
speakest thou of Juliet? Where is she? Dost thee not think of me an old murderer, now that I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood but little removed from our own? Where is she? And what says my concealed lady of our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and down falls on her bed, and up starts, Tybalt calls, and Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
Is it that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her? Is that cursed hand murdered her kinsman? Oh, fire, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me! Tell me that I may sack that hateful
hateful mention.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lives, by doing damned hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou was but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array, and like a misbehaved and stolen winds thou poutest upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed. For such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love hence, and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 200,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Commend me to thy lady. Romeo is coming.
Oh, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. Hi, you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence. Good night. And here lies all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by break of day disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
What's that a joy, past joy, calls out on me? It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things are falling out, sir. So unluckily, since we have had no time to move our daughter. Look, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly. So did I. We were all born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not be down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I'd been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madame, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. Wife, go to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of our son Paris's love. Bid her, mark you me, Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Ha! Oh, but Wednesday's far too soon. Thursday let it be. Well, Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. You like this? Will you be ready? We'll keep no greater due, a friend or two. For hark, Tybalt being slain so late, maybe thought we helped him carelessly, being our kinsmen, if we revel much. Therefore, some half a dozen friends and there to an end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. Juliet, ere you go to bed, prepare her against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Back to my chamber, ho! Ah, for me, 'tis so very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful howl of thine ear. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out. Jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not be gone.
Let me be ta'en. Let me be put to death, if thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let us talk. It is not day.
It is. I hence be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light. More dark and dark our woes.
Oh!
Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
An window. Let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Oh, one kiss, and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, love, lord? My husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour.
I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love to thee.
Thinks we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these discourses shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu!
Ho, daughter, are you up? Who is it that calls? My lady mother? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither? Why, how now, Juliet? Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo. We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more, for I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I will never be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him. To wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they? Beseech your ladyship.
Mary, my child, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, early next Thursday morn, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church, Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be my husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hand.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains down right. How now? Conduit girl, evermore showering, still in tears. Wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? She not proud? Does she not count herself blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday or never have to look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. I can see that this one is too much.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone. In company still my care hath been to have her matched. Now having provided a gentleman of noble parentage to answer, I'm not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray thee pardon me. But then you'll not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise. You be mine, I'll give you to my friend. You be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse. How shall this be prevented? Alack, alack that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished in all the world to nothing, so that he ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it must be myself, that since the case stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. He's a lovely gentleman. Romeo is a dishcloth to him.
Oh, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in, tell my lady I am gone. Having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will, and it is wisely done.
ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue? Thou in my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so. I'm nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for people's death. Therefore have a little talk of love. For Venus smiles not in the house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrow so much sway. And in his wisdom he hastes our marriage. Stop the indignation of her tears, which too minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you understand the reason of this haste?
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady toward my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou amounts to more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be so, for it is not my own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse you. So then, adieu, I leave you with this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! And when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next, be married to this count.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart in Romeo's, thou our hands. Ere this hand, by thee to Romeo sealed, shall be the label to another deed. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel. For behold, twixt my extremes and me this bloody knife shall play the umpire. Thus I long to die if what thou speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to kill thyself, then is it likely that thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame, that copest with death himself to escape from it? And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Bid me leap rather than marry Paris, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them told have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall flow a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall, stiff, stark, cold, appear like death. And in this shrunk image of death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, in the morning, when the bridegroom comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be born to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting it.
Give me, tell not me of fear.
Hold. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I will send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength. Strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. Aye, those attires are best. But, gentle nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight. For I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
What, are you busy? Oh, need you my help?
No, madam. We have called such necessaries as approval for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone. And let the nurse this night sit up with you, as I am sure you have your hands full in this all so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. The faint, cold fear thrills my veins, but almost freezes up the heat of life. By dismal scene, I needs must act alone. Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which the fire subtly hath administered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored because he married me before to Romeo? Fear it is. Yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time my Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall it not then be stifled in the vault, whose foul mouth no wholesome air breathes in? There, thy strangled ere my Romeo comes. Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught? Fire knit with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joints, pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, Here's to drink. I drink to thee. Here, in honor of Paris's wedding, I offer a toast and a song. 'Tis a beautiful night. We're looking for something foolish to do. My lady, methinks I want to marry thou. Is it the look in thine eye?
What mistress? Pass, I warrant her she. Why, love, I say, madam, sweetheart, why, bride. What, not a word? You take your pennyworths now. Sleep for the next week. The next night, I warrant, the county Paris has set up his rest so that you will rest but little. God forgive me, Mary, and amen. How sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madam! 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 Oh. Oh. You have the county take you in your bed. He'll fright you up in eye faith. Will it not be? What? Dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady! 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 Alas! Alas! Help! Help! My lady is dead! Oh, well a day as ever I was born! Some aqua vitae home! My lord! My lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look! Look! Oh, heavy day!
Oh me, my child, my only life. Revive, look up, for I will die with thee. Help, help, call help.
For shame, bring Juliet forth, the Lord is come.
She's dead! She's deceased! She's dead! Alas the day!
Ah,
Alack the day, she's dead.
let me
She's
see
dead.
her. Out. Alas. She's cold. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
Oh, woeful time.
Death that hath taken hence to make me well ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, death hath lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she once was, deflowered by him.
Have I thought long to see this woman's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. But one poor and loving child, but one thing to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath catched it from my sight.
Oh, wow! Woeful day! That ever I did yet behold! Oh, hateful day! Never was seen a day as black as this!
Beguiled, divorced, wrong and spited slain. Most detestable death, by thee beguiled, by cruel cruelty quite overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love and death.
Child. Child, my soul, and not my child. Alack, my child is dead. With my child, my joys are buried.
Peace! Oh, for shame! For heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better is it for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his parts in eternal life. The most you sought was her promotion, for 'twas your heaven that she should be advanced. And weep ye now, seeing she is advanced above the clouds, as high as heaven itself. Oh, in this love you love your child so ill that you run mad, seeing that she is well. Dry up your tears, stick your rosemary on this fair corpse, and as the custom is, and in her best array, bear her to church. For though some nature bids us all lament, yet nature's tears are reason's merriment.
Things we ordained festival turn from the office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells. Our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast. Our solemn hymn to sullen dirges change. Our bridal flowers now serve for a buried corpse. All things, change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him, and go Sir Paris. Everyone, prepare to follow this fair corpse into her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. And all this day, an unaccustomed spirit lifts me from the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. A strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived, and I was an emperor. Ah, me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? How is my father? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well and nothing can be ill. Her body lays in Capel's monument, and her mortal part with angels now lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Forgive me for bringing such ill news as you did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it e'en so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import misadventure.
Tush! Thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells. Noting this penury, I said to myself, and if a man did need poison now, sail his present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch who would sell it him. The same thought did but forerun my need, and this same needy man would sell it me. If I remember, this should be the place. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What ho, apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. Here is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear that will disperse itself through the veins of the life-weary taker that may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and fierce to die, and full of wretchedness? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and depression in thine eyes. Content and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's laws. The world affords no laws to make thee rich. So be not poor. Break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing, and drink it off, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There was thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these compounds that thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison. Thou hast sold me none. Go. Get food and get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave. There I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar! Brother Ho!
The same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What saith Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our own, to assist me in the city visiting the sick, and finding him, the search of the town, suspecting we both had been in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again.
Unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import. And the neglecting it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence, get me an iron crow and bring it straight into my cell.
I'll go, brother, and bring it thee.
Must I to the monument alone? In 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua and keep her in my cell till Romeo come. Oh, poor lady, closed in a dead man's tomb.
torch, boy. Hence and stand aloof. Yet, put it out, for I not be seen. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower, flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe! Thy canopy is dust and stones, with which sweet water nightly I will do. Or wanting that, the obsequies that I for thee shall keep, to strew thy grave, and weep. The boy give warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What, with a torch, muffle me night awhile.
Hold. Take this letter. See that thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee, whate'er thou hear'st it or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I'll be gone and not trouble you.
So that thou shalt show me friendship. Take thou that. Live, and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
This is that haughty banished Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, for grief is supposed the fair creature died. Here to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies, I will apprehend him. Stop thine hollow toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed. Therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. I beseech thee, youth. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. By heaven, leave me. Live, stay not, and hereafter say that a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy combination, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? And have at thee, boy!
Oh Lord, they fight. I'll go call the watch.
With Juliet.
In faith, I will. Let me peruse his face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris. He told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Did I dream it so? Or was I mad? Hearing him talk of Juliet. A grave? Oh, no. a lantern, slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, her beauty making this vault a present full of light, a lightning before death. Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, the doors of breath, sealed with a righteous kiss. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Oh, St. Francis be my speed. How oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves. Who's there?
Oh, here's one. A friend. Oh, one that knows you well.
Peace be upon you. Tell me good, my friend. What torch is yon that vainly lends his light?
My master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir.
Stay then. I'll go alone. Fear comes over me. Oh, much I fear some ill and thrifty thing. Romeo! Alack, alack, what blood is this that stains the stony entrance of the sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored at this place of peace? Romeo? Oh, pale! What? Who else? In Paris too? And steeped in blood? What an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar! Where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. My lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we could contradict have thwarted our intents. Thy husband in thy bosom lies there dead. In Paris too. Come, I will dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come away! Go, good Juliet! I dare no longer stay!
Go! Give the ends! I will not away! What's here? Come close to my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, Churl, drink all will have no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them, make me die with restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead, boy, which way?
Yea, noise? Then I'll be brief. A happy dagger. This is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die. the place. There, where the torch doth burn.
The ground is bloody, pitiful sight.
What misadventure is so early up that keeps us from our morning rest?
Should it be that it's so shrieked abroad?
Oh, the people in the streets cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward our monuments.
What fear is this that startles our ear? Sovereign, here lies the county Paris, slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm, and new killed.
Search, seek, know how these foul murders come.
Here is the friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man.
Oh heavens! Oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds!
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir early down.
O thou untaught! What manner is in this to push before a father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear up these ambiguities. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge myself condemned, and myself excused.
Then at once say what thou dost know of this.
Romeo, they're dead, was husband to that Juliet. And they're dead. That Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, that Juliet pined. And you, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have her married perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her of the second marriage. Or there in my cell would she kill herself. So gave I her a sleeping potion, so tutored by my arts, which took such effect that I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death.
Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and in post he came from Mantua, to this same place, to the same monument.
Where is the county's page? The one that called the watch. Sirrah, what made your master to this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him. And then I ran away to call the watch.
Where are these enemies? Capulet, Montague! See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discourse, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Who will sacrifice of our enmity?
A glooming peace with this morning brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be punished and some pardoned. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.